All right. Well, we had a really good July. I think we sold somewhere around 600 vehicles throughout Cod Auto Group in the Okanagan. It was well over 400. So great job, everybody. But we're super excited for August. The interest rates dropped. We feel the market's going to really explode. So we wanted to really have a kickoff. We haven't done it for a couple months and really get everybody fired up. So. Does anybody, in COT typical fashion, we want to get everyone pumped up before I'm going to walk through just a refresher on the sales process. But does everyone know our slogan that's in the commercials? So I'll start it off, and then I want you guys to end it up. Same kind of idea as Sam. So even though you guys probably see me in my golf clothes, we're going to do We Don't Golf. And then you guys got to answer it, okay? We don't golf. We sell cars! All right, let's try one more time. I want to reward someone 50. It can't be you, Nick, although that was good. We don't golf. We sell cars! All right, we got to give the old boy, Keith Richards. Keith. If this was the Toronto Maple Leafs, Keith, we'd say, we don't play hockey. Okay, guys, let's get going on the sales process. Quick refresher. I think everybody knows the process, but it's always good to have a refresher. So let's walk through it real quick. Devin, starting with you, what's the first thing you do when you see a customer? Meet and greet. Meet and greet. So part of meet and greet is we want to make sure we have high energy. What else? When we meet someone, yourself right here.
When we meet and greet someone.
High energy, what else?
High energy, get to know the person, find some common ground.
Yep. What are we looking to try and do right at that first meet and greet, guys?
Name grab.
Pardon me?
Name grab.
Name grab, but what else? First impression, right here. Give me a high five. First impressions. Now, a lot of things can happen, guys, on the first impression, right? You got to remember, people want to deal with someone successful, so it's really important that we establish really good first impressions. Now, I tell everybody this as a reminder. I have my son, Logan, 15 years old here. Logan, do you remember one of the first things I taught you about first impressions when you go up and meet and greet someone?
Firm handshake and good eye contact.
Okay. Guys, you have to do that, man. Not even just at work, but with anybody, right? You got to be in the moment. You got to give them a firm handshake. You got to give them great eye contact and really make it worthwhile, right? Now, the rest of you that might not be with the customer, it's also part of the first impression. You guys are all kind of props in the movie, so if you guys don't have really good energy and, Keith is talking to someone and then they're looking around to see the rest of you, it's also just as important. Sometimes we get caught up in everything we're doing and we forget that we're in the business of servicing people, right? So everybody else is just as important about the first impression. So if someone's with a customer, you all got to be on. It can't be just the person that's with the customer. So managers, finance managers, the lot people, they're watching us, man. We got to have good energy throughout the entire store in everything we do. So again, we're going to meet and greet. We're going to give them a firm handshake. We're going to have great energy. We're going to smile. Right, Carrie? Smiling's not a bad thing, is it?
Never.
Okay? We got to have a smile. And we got to make them feel welcome. Now, let's find someone that I haven't done this before, because this is an old one, but it's a retread. I always do it. Where's a new salesman that hasn't been with us very long? Right here. Okay. The guy who didn't wear the Cod Auto Group golf shirt and wore a red one instead. Okay. If you invited me over to your house for supper, say, do you have a girlfriend or are you single? Yeah. Okay, so you have a girlfriend, you're going to say, hey, sweetie, I invited the boss over for supper. Yeah. What's the first thing you're going to do before I get there?
Give him directions to where he's going.
Okay, pretty important. Give me directions. What else?
Welcome him when he arrives.
Okay, before I get there, though.
Before. Obviously give him the time and day when he's
going
to arrive.
Yep. Yeah. What about your house and stuff?
I'm going to clean it up.
Going to clean it up? Yeah. Going to be no dirty underwear on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to clean your house. You're going to clean your space. You're going to make sure it's tidy. Are you going to make sure, what are we going to have for supper?
Salmon.
Salmon? Yeah. What if I'm like Jordan and allergic to salmon? Oh. Then what? What's that?
Then I'm hooped.
So what do you think you should do before you invite me for supper?
Maybe ask her what he would like to eat.
Okay, so you're going to make sure that you know what I like, and then you're going to try and prepare it. You're going to be probably organized. The house is going to be clean. Yeah. And then as I'm driving up to your place, you gave me the address, and I get out of my car. Maybe I probably brought my wife. I get out of the car. We come out. As we're walking up to your door, are you going to be laying on the couch, or what are you going to do?
Probably welcome them right at the door and handshake and welcome them in.
You're going to open the door and you're going to say,
Glass of wine.
welcome, come on in. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my space. And then after you welcome me, you know, are you just going to let me kind of stand around and go like this?
Probably offer you a glass of wine or something.
Glass of wine. Going to take my jacket?
Yeah.
Okay, then what? Do I get to walk and say, oh, is that your bedroom over there?
Probably welcome them into like the living space.
Okay,
Like,
you're going to say, come on in. Come over to the couch. Okay, grab a seat, and then and then you're going to maybe serve me, right?
Yeah.
So the same when we bring people into the store, right? That's our space. Let's make them feel welcome. Let's bring them in, and then let's kind of direct them. Come on over to my desk. Now, should your desk have a whole bunch of papers on it from the previous customer?
No.
Should it be unorganized? I always find, I have seen it 1,000 times where a salesman will bring a customer over to their desk and then they don't even have a pen and they're like, hey, Jacob, can I borrow your pen? Is that a first impression that we want? No. So we got to be prepared. We got to have all the things that we're going to need to do our deal, right? And our workspace is going to be clean. We've done the eye contact. We've done the first impression. We've done the happy. We have great energy. We bring them to our desk, and then we start. Okay, so after we've done that, let's just say that was a great meet and greet. Timmy, you old dog, what's next? Don't be trying to sleep with this meeting, man. I'll single you out. There's no nap time today.
Sit him down and start a guest sheet.
Okay, sit them down and do a needs assessment, right? Which we call a guest sheet. Now walk me through what a needs assessment is.
Needs assessment is properly assessing the customer's needs.
Yeah. Wow. Did you Google that before you answered?
What they're currently driving.
Okay.
What they do for a living.
Okay, I like it.
Build some rapport and just kind of get to know the customer.
Okay, and then so when we do a proper needs assessment, a best practice would be to ask what kind of questions? Right here, new guy.
What's in it for me?
Okay, well, what are those called? Open-ended questions.
Hey!
This guy's done. This guy's done his training. So we're going to go around the room real quickly. Okay, an open-ended question during the needs assessment, starting with Jovan.
Who's this vehicle for?
Right here.
What do you like about your current vehicle?
Right here.
What are you going to use it for?
Right here.
What do you want new in your new vehicle?
Right here.
What couldn't you live without? What don't you like in your old vehicle?
Right here.
Where are you taking your first trip with your new vehicle?
why are you looking for a new vehicle?
Bzzz. Leave the meeting right now.
What are your most,
Anybody that's napping will get caught and singled out, okay?
what is the most important feature to you?
Why would you like to upgrade into a new vehicle?
Okay, over here now. Tricked you.
What color do you like on the vehicle?
Okay. Claudius.
Family, how many seats do you need?
Okay. Taylor.
What is it that you have in your current vehicle that means a must in the next one?
Okay, open-ended question. Right here, open-ended question.
Are you looking for an SUV?
Bzzz. Is that an open-ended question? That's a yes or no answer. It's not open-ended. Try again. What are the 7 open-ended questions? Who knows them? Michael Wu.
What, where, why, when, how, which?
That's 6. Who, why, what, when, where, how, which? Who, why, where, how, which? When? Okay? There's 7 of them. They're open-ended questions. Okay? Let's try it again. Give me an open-ended question in the needs assessment. Okay, good. Okay. Logan, open-ended question.
When do you want your car ready?
Look at this guy. He's 15. He knows it. Going to be a top salesman down the road. Okay. All right. We're going to ask open-ended questions, guys. We are going to try and establish some rapport. Now, here's a big thing, guys. When you're trying to ask people questions, okay, we don't want to make it confrontational. We don't want to, start drilling them. I don't know if you go to a doctor's office and they make you fill out this survey and you're like, why do they need all this information, right? We don't want that. So when we're trying to get people to share some information, Mike Ister, what do we have to do?
Share some of our information with them.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, so guys, when you want to share, when you want customers to build rapport, it's important. So be like, you know, how long have you lived here in Kelowna? You know what? I moved here 14 years ago. I have a place up in Lower Mission. That would be asking an open-ended question, but then telling them something about ourselves. So it's really important when you're doing dialogue with customers that you share some of your own stuff about yourself, right? So it's really important that, you know, we're talking about why they're here. We want to do it, you know, and when I'm doing a needs assessment and say, hey, listen, what I'd like to do, I take a lot of pride in what I do. I'd like to spend about 5 to 7 minutes and go through some information, right? And, you know, then I start asking the open-ended questions, right? Now, Claudius, if I tapped you on the shoulder and said, meet me up in my office in 5 minutes, what would you think to yourself?
What's it regarding?
Would you be happy about it? Would you be excited? Would you be excited?
I'm curious.
Mike, if I walked up to you, tapped you on the shoulder and said, meet me in my office 5 minutes. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. When people don't know what to expect, they expect the worst. Right, Taylor? Is that a proven fact?
Right.
So our process has to make sure that we're not making people feel worse. So we have to tell them ahead of time. So what I'd like to do, I'd like to spend 5 or 7 minutes with you at our desks, go through some of the information on why you're looking for a new vehicle, and make sure, as a professional, that I'm able to answer all your questions and obviously pick and select the right vehicle for you. Come on over to my desk, let's go ahead. Just so you know, this is a standardized form. Basically, it helps me stay on track. I'm going to ask a few questions. I'm going to fill it down, okay, because I need to visual it later. So I'm going to get a little bit of information from you. It's called our guest survey. We basically just want to get some information from you so that we can make sure that we do our job properly and select the right vehicle for you. Now, what are the 2 motivators that most customers want to do when they come and see us, Jovan? Save time and money. So we've got to define that. This is how long it's going to take. Now, would that be okay? I'd like to save you some time and money, so that's why I'm doing this guest sheet for you, right? Do you like saving money, Mike?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead. Now, after we do a proper needs assessment, now, the guest sheet. Devin, do you think I want half of it filled out? Or do you think I want all of it filled out? What is the purpose of filling out every single line? Just so, do you think when I put this all together, I thought, you know what, let's just throw a whole bunch of extra stuff in there. It's not important if they fill it out. Do you think that's where my head was at when I did the needs assessment guest survey?
No, I think you want to get as much information as
Why do you think that?
for follow-up purposes.
Okay. Yeah. So when someone puts Michael Wu lives in Kelowna, why don't you just put Michael Wu lives in North America? We need their address, right? What if he's Jordan Scott's next door neighbor? Do you think that might help us sell the car? Right? So we want their full address. We want their contact information. Okay? We want to know what else is on the guest survey, Chad.
The option to put someone's SIN number on there, date of birth.
Yep.
That's for type of person.
That's later on. But what else is on there?
Phone number, email address.
Yeah. What is the one open-ended question that's on the guest sheet? Okay. Why do you think we have that on there?
So you really dial in what's important
Okay.
to the customer.
We do not have a factory behind the dealership that we can build vehicles. We want to know what is the most important feature they're looking for so we can drill down. So that's why it's on the guest sheet. What is the most important feature you're looking for? And then the second one would be, what are you trying to accomplish today? Those would be the 2 must questions you should ask every single time, right? And that's going to really help us sell the cars, right? So I'm going to fill up that guest sheet 100% in full, right? And then I'm going to go where, Nick? Touch desk. All right. Why do you think we want to touch desk, JR?
For proper turnover.
Okay.
Take care for the customer. Usually managers take
Okay. Have you ever played professional sports?
No.
No, not professional, but what kind of sports? Do you know hockey?
I know the game, but I don't.
Okay. Who's your favorite player?
No. Oh, what about on my head?
Pick a player.
Gretzky.
Gretzky. Okay. Okay. Don't be daydreaming, guys. I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? Wayne Gretzky is his favorite player. Now, at the start of the game, Wayne's on the first line. He's going out. What do you think the coach says to him before the game? For hockey.
Go get it.
Okay, go get him. Okay. The coach is going to say, hey, what we want to do is we want to get the puck down low in the offensive zone. Okay? I want a really strong 45-second shift. I want puck possession. Okay? That's all I want. I want to set the tempo for the game. I want you going hard for the first 45 seconds. We need the puck down low in the offensive zone. We do not want to play in the defense. We don't want to play on our end. Okay? So he's going to say that to the first line. The first shift is really important to get momentum. I want to see a couple hits. I want you dumping it down low. I want puck possession. That's what I want the first shift of the game. Okay? So Wayne Gretzky is going to be like, yeah, I can do that, man. Right? Okay? So Wayne with his two wingers are going out, and they're getting the puck possession. They're getting it down low. Okay? They have a great shift, 45 seconds. They come in to where? After their 40, how long is the shift, first of all? I think I kind of just told you. 45 seconds. To be real effective in hockey, it's about 45 seconds. Now, not all of you maybe know how it works in hockey. What happens, do you think, to Wayne, JR, if he stays out on the ice for 3 minutes?
Oh, he's going to be gassed.
Gassed, what else is going to happen?
He's going to lose focus.
And what happens when you lose focus?
You make mistakes.
Like
Going to the opposite.
turning the puck over. You turn the puck over when you're tired. Then what possibly could happen when you turn the puck over?
Defender picks it up and takes it the other way.
The defender gets puck possession and possibly could score. When you stay out too long, you get tired, you get focused, right? So use that analogy right now, okay? We want to have a really good first shift. We want to do a great meet and greet. We want to do a great needs assessment. Then we want to take a break. We want to go to where? Right here. Where do we want to go? Where do you go after the meet and greet and the needs assessment?
After the meet and greet and the needs assessment, you're going to touch desk.
Touch desk. So you're going to, where that is?
In the tower.
In the tower. We're going to go to the tower, just like the players are going to the bench. Who's on the bench? On sports.
Who's on the bench? You have the teammates, so, you know,
Who else?
managers, coach.
Coach.
Yeah.
So the best players in the world are going back to the bench and they're going to talk to their coach. And the coach is either going to say, great shift, or, hey, what about this? So that's why we're doing it, guys. Okay? We're doing a really great meet and greet. We're doing a needs assessment. We're going to go talk to the manager. We're going to say, and the manager's going to say, hey, listen, how'd it go? Where are you at? Let me see your guest survey. Okay? And he's going to let you know, kind of set the stage for the next shift. Right? Because these are shifts. And if you break it down in sports analogy, that's what they are. It's a shift. So the meet and greet and the needs assessment is your first shift, just like that hockey player. Though you have to nail those two, then you're going to get a break. And you get to go, you get to take a deep breath and go, okay. And then you get to go talk to your coach, and then you and them are going to properly select the vehicle. Now it's really important because the managers know about cars coming in and whatnot. Might have been a fresh trade if it's used. They might know about the other dealerships might have got some vehicles in, or they might, you know, their manufacturer rep might have just told them, hey, we got 4 or 5 vehicles landing. So it's really important for helping you select vehicles and that you and the manager strategize after you've gotten the information, right? So that's why we do it. Now, Connor, what happens after the guest survey as a manager? What are you going to do?
I'm going to go and introduce myself to the customer.
Okay? Give me an example.
Hey, John. thank you for sitting with Juwan. Really
Yeah.
appreciate you giving him all the information. I'm the general sales manager here. I'm going to be taking care of all the figures. Just wanted to let you know that you're in great hands with my salesman. So thank you again. He's going to pull up the right vehicle for you. And you guys are going to go and check out the car. Have a great test drive, and I'll be here when you get back.
Okay, good. I used to remember sometimes back in the day, you know, don't want to date myself, but some salesmen would actually, they didn't like it when their manager came out and met. It was some ego thing where they thought, oh, well, I can close my own deals. I don't need a manager. It's not about that. It's really about second face, okay? How many times have you guys been with another customer, one of your customers come in, and you need some help to kind of set the stage on, has that ever happened to anyone? Okay, so this is really vital for you to make sure a manager comes out, and then you have that second face that's going to properly meet the customer as well, okay? It's also going to help us during the negotiation, if there is any, that they now know Connor, because most chances Connor is going to be desking the deal, and he's going to probably come out and meet the customer. And sometimes customers have different expectations on what their trades are worth or what the discount on the vehicle should be if there is a discount. So they like to hear it from the manager sometimes, right? So that's why we do it, and it's really important, okay? Then what happens after the manager comes and meets the customer?
Walk around and show the vehicle.
Okay, so you're going to bring the vehicle up to the door or take them out to the car?
Yeah.
Okay, and then walk me through that.
Well, you're going to hit all the hot buttons that they discussed that they wanted in the vehicle, and try and focus on those hot points. Try and get them emotionally attached to the vehicle and show them everything they want to see.
Okay, so we're going to do a 3-minute walk around, have the vehicle. Where are we going to start, Claudius? Front of the vehicle, and then what?
Then we go towards the driver's side,
Yeah.
and we start explaining all the options and the comfort of the vehicle. things like
Okay,
that.
we're going to start doing a really good walk around, and I said this to a salesperson from Sunrise, and he did a great walk around, but his energy in Monotone was just really low. We have to be aware. These people are buying one of the most major purchases of their life, house and a car. We have to get excited when we're showing our product. We have to really have energy. You're gonna love this. Come on over here. Let me show you these new features in this car. Look at this, right? Now we have 3 ways that people process things and get excited emotionally. Okay? Those of some of you that have maybe watched the video or been with me for a while. Bo, how do people process things? Okay? Do you remember?
Audio, visual, on TikTok.
Okay, it's called VAC, right? Visual, audio, kinesthetic. Our jobs as a salesperson is to make sure they go through all 3, right? So that includes doing the product presentation. They need to see it. That's how they're going to experience. So you'll notice that sometimes the people are going to be what? Okay, can you show me that? I need to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how they process. That's also going to get them excited. Sometimes the people will be like, what? Repeat that? What did you just say, Taylor? Can you repeat that? Sometimes they need to process it through audio. And then the kinesthetic is basically they want to touch it. They want to feel it. Like crawl around the vehicle, or they want to sit it. They want to press the buttons. They want to hear the stereo. They want to feel the stereo. You know what? So it's really important on the test drive that they go through all 3, right? So we're going to do a 3-minute walk around, then we're going to actually do the test drive, and we're going to make sure that we drive first, right? Because what if the person's process is different? We don't want them to be under the, get all stressed out driving out of the car, out of the dealership. It's not always easy to get out of there, right? The last thing we want to do is stress them out. So that's why we get in the car first, we drive first, then we let them, then we, whether it is a 10 or 12 minute little test drive, and then we switch over, right? Right? So when you're driving the car, that's when you're doing your talking. That's when you're doing, that's when you're hitting the hot buttons. That's when you're kind of trying to draw a little bit of a story about, some things that they probably have told you on the needs assessment, right? So we're doing that. Then at the break, we're going to say, you know what, now I'd like you to go ahead and drive the vehicle. And that's when we become what? When they're driving the vehicle, what do you think we should do? Shut up. Why is that? Who said that? Okay. Why do you think that, Jared?
Because they're not there to listen to you try and bitch about the car. They're in the car
Yeah.
They want to learn it, they want to feel it, they want to pretend like they're doing their day-to-day things.
Right. Yeah, we want them to experience it now and be in the moment. So we're going to say, hey, listen, I'm not going to talk right now. It's not because I'm ignoring you. I just want you to completely feel the vehicle. Now, if you don't say that, guys, just like I said, if you don't know what, people don't know what to expect, they expect the worst. You got to tell them, hey, listen, I'm not going to be talking right now. I want you to experience the vehicle. Feel free to ask a question, but I'm going to be silent until we get closer to the dealership. I just want you to experience it, right? So just like Jaron said, you know, we're going to try and be silent, right? And then when we get closer to the vehicle, get closer to the dealership, that's when we can start talking, okay? And finding out, you know, if this vehicle is going to work for them, all right? Okay? And then once we get to the dealership, obviously we're going to, ask some buying decisions, whether it's the right vehicle, whether we can earn their business. And then we're going to take them back to our desk, okay? Hopefully with a commitment that we can do numbers. And then we're going to go ahead and serve the numbers, and we won't spend a lot of time on that, about the numbers right now, but I wanted to walk through those first 4 steps. Now, out of all those things, a lot of people think that, the best part of or they have to be the best process, they have to be the best closer, it has to be best about the numbers. I want to really challenge you on the 2 parts of the process that you have to nail if you want to be a 20 to 25 car guy. I love Brent Masisco. He's number 1 in the company. He's been with me since we bought Maple Ridge. He is not the best closer in the company when it comes to the numbers. That is not his strength. I want to challenge you what your strength needs to be. It's on the needs assessment. He is the best needs assessment person we have. He makes sure he finds out what their wants and needs are. Okay? That is number 1. And the second part that he nails every time is the product presentation. Those are the 2 things you need to be a 9 out of 10 on. The numbers will take care of themselves. We have the managers to come in and help you. You need to nail the needs assessment. Is that important, Nick, what you do in finance? Needs assessment, and then you need to nail the product presentation. Don't skip over the product presentation. That's why we get you guys to do all this product knowledge. Even in used cars, you should try and know the history of some of these used cars. You should try and know who, that's why we do those surveys on who owned it last and everything like that. It's really good if you have an appointment on a used car is to know everything about it before you go out there. Who owned it, how long they had it, was there accidents, how many kilometers are on it. You need to be an expert on that used car. So I'm going to end with that. What are the 2 things that we need to be pros at, Jacob?
Needs assessment and
Product presentation. It's about presenting. Now, are we going to do, even if we know everything about the car and we do a low energy presentation? High energy product presentation. You need to be excited about this product, okay? Because that's going to be contagious. All right, so I'm now going to turn it over. We got some exciting things to discuss today. What you guys probably all brought, it's called the Pot of Gold. We have a special promo where we're going to give away $10,000, okay? And Jordan's going to, he dressed up for the occasion, okay? He's portraying a Silicon Valley billionaire today. And he's going to go ahead with what the promo is about.